Good day, my name is David Clatworthy and I'm with the International Rescue Committee. The subject of this poster presentation today is learning from the development of a compendium on menstrual disposal, waste management and laundering in emergencies. This was a joint project between the IRC and Columbia University's Mailman School of Public Health, and the project was funded by USAID. To give some background to the project, the team working on this project was the same team that led the development of the MHM in Emergencies Toolkit, which was published in 2017. In developing that toolkit, we found that really we did not have enough examples of programming practice around menstrual disposal and laundry to really be able to give good advice to practitioners about how to address this in their programming. And so this project was really conceived as a follow-on to that, to try and learn more about emerging practices and best practices around this particular field. During this project, the team traveled to a number of ongoing humanitarian contexts where we could talk with women and girls in communities and key project stakeholders in these communities, as well as practitioners, to learn about programming. And we also maintain correspondence with WASH experts from various organizations around the world to learn about what their organizations were doing in this space. A number of interesting results emerged during the process of the research. One was, and most encouragingly perhaps, was around female-driven participatory methods. We are seeing these increasingly used in WASH programming, especially exploring the most effective WASH spaces, WASH facilities, and how we can best provide those. We're also seeing in some cases a shift towards multi-use female wash spaces. So rather than providing a block of toilets, providing toilets, washrooms, laundry, drying, even sort of leisure areas incorporated into a single shielded female space, which can be more accessible. Because the next point is really understanding that males often act as gatekeepers for women and girls to access wash facilities, sometimes by day, sometimes by night, sometimes both, and that it is important to engage with males to ensure that these barriers are not in place, and also to address the harmful norms on which those are based. So in terms of washing and drying of menstrual materials, another theme that really emerged was that, as I say, in many cases NGOs are providing sort of dedicated spaces within wash facilities where women and girls can wash underwear and menstrual pads and dry them. In other cases, NGOs are providing basins, drying lines, etc., so that they can wash in the privacy of their home. Bearing in mind that there's often not a lot of privacy either in the home or at wash facilities, there are really no easy choices on this. It's important that whatever solutions we come up with, they are carefully designed in consultation with women and girls, and that we continue to check back with them to make sure that we're really meeting their needs. A final theme really is around menstrual disposal options. Obviously, in order to be useful, means of disposing of used menstrual materials need to be discreet, and we are seeing increased innovation around that, not just in providing bins, waste bins within toilet cubicles, but also other approaches such as chutes. Having said that, I think that the next steps are moving menstrual waste from disposal to final disposal still really needs a lot of work and a lot of development. So those were the main results, but really I would say that the result that we would most want to draw your attention to are the publications that resulted. We have the compendium, of course, where we've tried to bring together as many examples of practice in the field as we can, so that practitioners can learn from other practitioners about failures and successes in this field, and not repeat mistakes, but replicate success. We also published a rapid assessment tool to help evaluate how effective our response is in terms of meeting the menstrual needs of women and girls. And so those are available for download. Please feel free to scan this QR code or to follow the link at the bottom of the page. We do hope that these resources will be helpful to you in your work, and please do feel free to stop by the poster presentation with any questions or comments that you might have. Thank you for listening.